Hi, I'm Tim Weber. I'm the Vice President of Marketing for Batesville Products. We have a short video here that we'd like to show you about the permanent mold process from concept to completion. We receive in the drawings or the models, and our engineering department works closely with our customers' designers to make the part producible. They will address things like draft, wall thicknesses, radiuses. We will make sure the part's producible and that we can make the mechanics of the mold work. If the mechanics work good, we're getting a casting every single time that we're pouring the part. If we can't get the mechanics good, then we're going to have a poor surface finish, we're going to have issues all the way through. So we try to address a lot of these issues right up front. After we've come up with an agreeable design between the two companies, we actually go and model the part and model the pour, and then run that pour through a simulation called an FEA, finite element analysis. What that FEA will tell us is if the part will fill out, first of all, if we can evacuate the air from the mold, and then we'll actually go through the solidification part of the modeling to make sure that we don't have any hot spots and that we get good laminar solidification. This is something we do probably about 50% of the time. We do this so that we can prove out the design prior to cutting any steel, so we can make sure that there's not going to be issues down the road with fill out, hot spot, that type of thing. Then we design the mold, and we have roughly 35 presses to fit into one of the specific presses that it'll run on. Then we go through the mold design, as well as putting it actually on the press and building and cutting the steel. This is what the steel mold looks like with the knockout pins and the locators. So here we're actually pouring the permanent mold. This is called reverse tilt. So you pour the metal into the pour cups, and the metal is poured directly into the casting itself. This is the part ejecting out of the mold. You can see where the gates are on top of the mold. Gates are sawed off, and we take them down to the other facility where we actually go through the secondaries. And the first secondary this one goes through is machining op. So this part gets machined on both sides. This is one of our horizontals. You can see the part comes out complete. The operator checks for flatness. Now we take the part into the inspection. We run a full inspection on the first article, and then we run periodical inspections on the CMM to make sure the part's within tolerance. The final steps in the processing of this casting involve prepping the part for the slinger hanger, which blasts the part, which gives you just an excellent surface for the final coating, which is a powder coating imparted by our customer. This will show you the way the casting actually mounts up next to the extruded part. And this is a picture of where you would see the casting on the skyscraper in New York City. It's a decorative corner piece, but the fit is got to be exact.